Hey folks, today we're going to take a look at the Uberti 1873 and 38 357. This is my main match rifle. It was slicked up by Jimmy Spurs at Cowboy Gunworks. You can tell with the jeweled hammer and trigger. It's part of his handiwork. I truly believe that the 45 Colt is a better round and actually runs better in these guns, but honestly, it's just more expensive round. You know, shooting 38 is a little bit cheaper. Even getting into like reloading and whatnot, large primers are more expensive than small primers. So I went with 38 just purely out of cost. I do shoot classic Cowboy, and that's where I shoot 45. I have one of these in 45 that's a little bit longer. This one has the better gun works, the better tuning. My other one's from Pioneer, which is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Just in my hands, this one runs a little bit better. I do want to kind of point out, when we're shooting in Cowboy action, one of the things that we want is, if you're going to short stroke, you really need to tune up the gun. And the reason is, if you have a short stroke, all those internals, it's a mechanical advantage, right? You're having to move more things, turn more things. You're going to need more power. If there's more friction in there, you're going to have to put more force into it. It'll slow you down. You want to be able to, just with a couple fingers, work this action. I usually work mine with 2 fingers. I let this other finger come up, hit the trigger, right like that. So it's very quick. Oops, missed on that one. The other thing that's important to note on doing that is, we have a tendency, just because, you know, when we're not Cowboy action shooting and we're shooting for real, we probably grip the guns a little bit different. We're holding a little bit tighter and things like that. Cowboy action shooting is a game, right? And we want to be loose. We want to hold this gun. This is our sporting equipment. We hold it a little bit different. I keep my thumb up as I'm doing this, because this motion is actually going to slow us down, and if you're doing it at a speed, you have a tendency to want to turn the gun just a little bit. Might not throw you off targets. Our targets are pretty big, but it definitely can. So that's a habit to, when you're starting out, to try to break yourself of gripping the gun, you know, forcefully with the web of your hand here, and just using, you know, either 3 fingers or 2 fingers. Some people do 1 finger to work that lever. So, you know, the 45. So what's nice about a 45 is this magazine tube in here. 45 bullets, they go like boom, 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 boom. They fill the whole space. The 38 and the 45 uses the same diameter tube in here. So the 38 bullets, what happens is they go, this one kicks up a little like that, next one kicks down a little like that, kicks up, kicks down, kicks up, kicks down. So it's easier to have your extractor or your carrier fumble a shell, especially with certain types of, you know, I've heard like round nose roses are gonna slide around more and have more accidental ejects, or sometimes I've heard, you know, tapered flat point, you know, different things, but probably most of our lever action rifles are particular. They're gonna like some kind of round, some kind of bullet shape. Yeah, the 73s I think are a little bit better about liking both 38 and 357. Unlike my 92 loves 357, gives me a little bit of problems on 38. So just something to know. There are some places, I think actually Jimmy puts in like a sleeve now to make those 38 bullets line up. This one does not have that. I haven't run into too much problem with it shooting 38, unless I accidentally like put in like an off-size bullet, or I've got all round nose flat points, except I've got like 1 tapered flat end or something, you know, like stuff you shouldn't do anyway. If I treat the gun good, it runs good. If I get going fast and I make a mistake in loading or something like that, that's, you know, when it makes me pay for it, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Another thing, and I have videos out on this, the loading and unloading. You want to be careful to note that the carrier does come all the way up here, right? Like that. So you can't do easily an over the top, you know, reload up here like you do on the 97. It's more predictable to come in, you know, through the side, work the lever, and then fire, right? Another thing that I think is important, and I just noticed this on this gun, so I'm going to show you while it's on this video, is before any match, tighten your screws. Just in kind of playing with that lever, look at that. Notice my screw is sticking up. We keep these things, you know, well oiled, and it is very easy for that to happen. A good screw knife, just get right in there and just tighten that. So I'll tighten all my screws, just make sure they're down prior to starting my day, just because I have seen guns come apart on the line there, and you know, during a stage, and you know, the worst thing to do is probably lose a spring or a gun part or part of your lever or anything else and have to, you know, shoot a different rifle. So this is the 1873. Again, this one was slicked up by Jimmy Spurs, Cowboy Gunworks. Jimmy is fantastic. He says he can shoot all 10 rounds in this in like 2 seconds. I've been nowhere near that fast, but since switching to this gun, I have been a lot faster. I haven't really just done time 10 shot on a rifle as fast as I can do it, but I should do that, and I should probably make a video of doing that, and we can check that out. So again, yeah, nice and slick, thumbs up, right? This is a great gun. This is my main match gun for everything except when I shoot Cowboy, or when I shoot Classic Cowboy. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. Get out there and shoot.